My name is Jackson, I'm from Seaside, Oregon, and I've spent the last 2 years scouring every inch of Oregon coastline looking for secret beaches. And I finally have my list. These are my top 10 favorite secret beaches on the Oregon coast. Let's start off with one of the coolest beaches you'll ever experience, Black Lock Cliffs. Located just 30 minutes south of Bandon, there are two main ways to get access to Black Lock Cliffs. From the south, you park at the end of Airport Road and then walk 2 miles in to end up on the tallest point of the bluff. I actually ran here a few weeks ago right as the sun was setting and made it just in time for an epic sunset. But as you can see, these are giant cliffs and there is no easy way down to the beach since you're on top of an almost 150 foot high sandstone cliff. But from the northern access point, you can park by Flores Lake and then walk in and then down beach. But on this walk, you really get to experience the beach, feel the sand beneath your toes, be near the ocean, see the beginning of the cliffs, and then just watch them grow as you make your way south, eventually being dwarfed by these giant cliffs. It is just something you're not going to find anywhere else on the coast, and it is a certifiable hidden gem. Next up, just 15 minutes south of Black Lock Cliffs is another secret beach, but far easier to access, Needle Rock Beach. This beach is on the south side of Cape Blanco, which is the westernmost point in Oregon, which is a big reason why people come here. To get down to this secret beach requires about a 5 to 10 minute walk down the side of this cape, and the trail is on the western side of the parking lot. Once you hit the beach, you will be in shock of just how peaceful and gorgeous this beach is. Also, Cape Blanco gets crazy windy, and when you are down on the beach, you will be blocked from the north winds, and you'll likely have the entire beach to yourself. It doesn't look like Needle Rock is that big from the parking lot, but it is enormous, and you really see that when you stand right next to it. It just dwarfs everything. Alright, let's take a trek north to the sleepy little town of Neskowin. This is Neskowin Beach, and it is a forgotten gem. You can't see this beach from the road, so it cuts down on crowds, and it's along the stretch of Highway 101 that just bumps inland. I think people just forget it exists, which you shouldn't. It is an incredible beach. There is a nice river that runs right through the beach, intercepting the main beach feature, Proposal Rock. But don't overlook the south end of the beach where there is another feature, Neskowin Ghost Forest, where there are the stump remnants of a 2,000-year-old Sitka spruce forest jutting up from the sand. The stumps are the ghostly reminder of the forest that once was, and they've been beautifully preserved by the saltwater and sand. This ghost forest can best be viewed at low tide, but can be seen occasionally in the waves during most other tides. It's a fantastic beach you just have to experience, and it's one of the best sunset beaches in Oregon. Next up is a beach that will require the most amount of effort to get to on this entire list. Located just north of Coos Bay, this beach doesn't even have a name. But to get here, you have to take the John Dellenbach Trail, so I guess this is John Dellenbach Beach. The crazy thing here is that it is a 5.5 mile round trip hike through this expansive sea of sand dunes. It feels otherworldly, it is a workout, and it is the closest thing I've ever felt to being in a desert on the Oregon coast.
Definitely want to take a chance if you find some shade. Take advantage. There isn't much on this entire trail, so get it while the getting's good. That's what I always say.
I tried to get some cool shots of me running. It didn't work out that well. It's hard to run in sand in hiking boots with gear. Anyway, once you make it all the way to the ocean, you are spit out onto this empty, desolate 7-mile beach that you'll likely have all to yourself. One thing's for sure, this is a weird hike and a weird beach, and you will feel very accomplished when you make it back to your car. Alright, this list of secret beaches would not be complete without highlighting the beach that is literally called Secret Beach. Located in the Samuel L. Boardman Scenic Corridor, this is the southernmost secret beach on this list, and I'm just going to say it, it's the most beautiful beach in Oregon. Now, there are two access trailheads you can use to get down to the viewpoint and the beach. One is a half-mile walk in, it's pretty easy. The other one is a quarter-mile walk in, and it's much steeper. Now, I got here at 5:30 in the morning this last time, and as you can see, it was still pretty dark, and I'll just say it, I was too early. I definitely think midday or sunset is the move here. That way you'll have the sun lighting up all the rocks in all their glory like this shot right here, and it'll just be a better experience overall. The trail spits you out onto this rocky headland, which is a great place to get your money shot at, and then access to the beach is pretty easy as well, and there are a number of bonus beaches that you can explore from here to the south, just around the corner. Alright, just 35 minutes north of Secret Beach is a rarely visited set of beaches in Sisters Rock State Park. The two parking areas for Sisters Rock come up super quickly. Regardless of which one you choose, both trailheads are about a quarter-mile to a half-mile hike down to sea level to the actual beach, but halfway down, you have this perfect view of the Three Sisters Rocks as well as both beaches. And honestly, this is the perfect beach situation because you have your choice, the northern beach or the southern beach. We had the north beach to ourselves for about 30 minutes before we decided to move on. Next time we'll explore Frankport Beach as it looks far more interesting, and I actually hear you can find old metal scraps and remains from the mining operations that took place here. Oh well, next time. And something you can't save for next time is probably my favorite hidden gem on the Oregon coast, South Cove Beach. It's nestled in Cape Arago State Park, and it is just straight up gorgeous. One of the many great things about South Cove is that on your way there, you pass a number of beautiful and easily accessible beaches with big parking lots that suck in beachgoers. By the time you reach the end of the road at South Cove, there's barely anyone left to share the beach with. In order to get down to South Cove, you have a very small hike in, but it does have some loose rocks at the end. Don't recommend this for elderly people, but once on the beach, it has pristine sands, dramatic rocky cliffs down the south shore, and a number of offshore islands dotting the ocean surface. It is just a perfect place to spend a quiet day of relaxing. Next time, I'd love to paddleboard or kayak out there. It just looks incredible and is one of the most serene beaches in Oregon. Next up, we are headed far north to the census-designated place of Oceanside, home to the next secret beach, Tunnel Beach. Just driving into Oceanside feels magical and gives great vibes. You have these awesome offshore rock islands, it's a great beach, and it just kind of feels like Oregon's Positano with these houses on the cliffs. Now this main beach is great, but you have to experience the tunnel, which on the very north end of the beach, there is a man-made tunnel that connects the main beach to Tunnel Beach. And once you enter this tunnel, you feel like a Goonie. It's just the Oregon way. 150 feet later, you get spit right out onto Tunnel Beach. And this emerging view has made rounds on social media lately, definitely becoming more popular as we speak.
We made it out of the tunnel. Super fun. Now I gotta find Megan, and then we are gonna continue north.
Tunnel Beach is not the most sandy beach as it's made up of a bunch of small cobblestones with a little sand. You just have to go here at least to check it out, but on really, really low tides, you're able to get around this corner on the very north end of the beach, and you can access Lost Boy Beach, which is an extremely secret beach. Alright, next up is a beach that regardless of the tide, it is epic. Located just 20 minutes south of Tunnel Beach is Cape Lookout South Beach. This is a nearly uninhabited beach since there is no direct public access as all this land is owned by the Boy Scouts. So to access this beach, you have to park at the Cape Trail parking lot, and instead of hiking out to the nose of the Cape, hang a left to South Beach, where you will descend 840 feet over the next mile and a half to the beach below. Now this beach is great because it is protected from the north winds, which we get a lot of in the summer, but you do have your choice of where you want to settle down because it is just a huge beach and there's no one on it. It is a gentle spot for fun, playing in the waves, surfing, hanging out, and just exploring up and down the beach. Whatever your heart desires, just know you will have a lot of beach to yourself, even if that parking lot is full. Not that many people make the trek down. Alright, let's move north to another really cool beach that I've scored some pretty fun surf sessions at. This beach is easily accessible via the mile-long hike in from the state park on the headland, or like many of these beaches at low tide. You can hike about a mile north of the main beach and actually skirt around these rock stacks to access this secluded beach. These rock stacks sort of protect and isolate this beach as a standalone excursion, but their bases do double as tide pools. Got some pretty nice life in there. Now, I had this beach to myself this sunny morning and I ate it up.
This is one of the clearest days I've seen out on the coast in a long time. 2 families on this whole expansive beach, absolutely insane.
It was bigger than I remembered, and with some morning haze, exploring this secret beach was just the perfect way to start the morning. And capitalizing on the theme of this video, this beach is gonna stay a secret. But there are enough clues in the video to lead you here. Best of luck. And those are my top 10 secret beaches in Oregon. And once again, shh. Keep this on the down low. And let me know if you agree with my list in the comments. I appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.